Faithful Niner Empire, what's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. If you're into NFL news or if you're a 49ers fan, you clicked on the right YouTube channel. On the Jay in the Bay YouTube channel, that's what we talk about here, the San Francisco 49ers. Feel free to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. And let's start grading these rookies from the 2021 49ers NFL draft class. Let's get it. We're going to start this draft class from last to first. So the first player I'm going to talk about is running back Elijah Mitchell, who was selected in the 6th round, pick number 194 overall. Great value for a running back. He fit very well into Kyle Shanahan's system, and Elijah Mitchell had a great opportunity to get the bulk of the carries in the regular season, especially due to Raheem Mostert getting hurt in the first game of the regular season. Elijah Mitchell, he played in 11 games. He had 207 carries, 963 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, 19 catches, 137 yards, and he had a total of 1,100 yards from scrimmage. He also shattered the 49ers rookie rushing record that hadn't been broken since the 70s. And what a great first impression from Elijah Mitchell. He has a bright future with the 49ers. I can't wait to see him in this offense next year with Trey Lance. Elijah Mitchell earned a B+ rookie season. I definitely would have given him A, but he missed too many games. He played in 11 games, but he definitely has a bright future. Next up, we have Talanoa Fofana. He was drafted in the 5th round, pick number 180 overall. He came out of college at USC. He was a hard-hitting safety. It seemed like he was at his best, closer to the line of scrimmage, helping out the defense in run support. And I think his pass defense, zone coverage, man coverage like that definitely was an area that he needed to work on. But as far as in the season, I think he played really well on special teams. I know he didn't have a super fast 40 time, but his speed on the field definitely showed. He definitely flashed when he was in on some defensive packages. And Talanoa Fofana, he played in a total of 15 games. He had 3 starts at the safety position, 2 passes defended, 32 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 quarterback hit. I didn't anticipate Talanoa to be a starter for the 49ers. We already had Jaquiski Tartt, already had Jimmy Ward. So I thought Talanoa would compete for that 3rd and 4th safety position, and I thought he would be good on special teams, which he was. So I would give Talanoa Fofana's rookie season a B+. I think he will have an opportunity to compete for a starting job. But let's remember, he was a 5th round pick, and I won't be surprised if the 49ers bring in another player via draft or free agency to compete with Talanoa, just in case we don't bring back Jaquiski Tartt. So B+ for Talanoa Fofana's rookie season. Next up, we have Demo Lenore, 5th round pick, number 172 overall, cornerback. This definitely addressed a position of need for the 49ers going into the draft. We had to bring in young talent at that cornerback position, and this definitely helped the secondary. Now, Demo was thrust into the starting lineup due to the injury to Jason Verrett in the first game of the season. That's why Demo did start 2 games at corner, but I think Demo was a little overmatched, but that's what we would expect from a rookie, facing NFL wide receivers. So he did start 2 games at corner. He was a little overmatched, and he did play in 13 total games this season. But though the rest of the games, it was sometimes he would be in at corner, and the back end of the season he played majority special teams. So I would give Demo Lenore, based on his season, he had 2 passes defended, 17 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss. I would give Demo Lenore a C+ for the season. He definitely has room to grow, and it'll be interesting to see if the 49ers bring back K'Wan Williams. There's been talk of putting Demo Lenore in that slot corner position, so we'll see what the rest has in store for Demo. But there's no doubt the sky is the limit for Demo, and I think he'll do really well for the 49ers next year. Next up, we have Jalen Moore, a 5th-round pick, number 153 overall. Jalen Moore definitely helped address the offensive line need. We needed an infusion of young talent at the offensive line, and Jalen Moore fit that profile. He played in 7 total games. He had 3 starts, and he played all along the offensive line. He was at right tackle at times during the season. He was at left tackle as well. He also played, of course, special teams. But, Jalen Moore, I think he has potential. There have been talks he could be at guard or he could be a tackle. He's versatile. He can play multiple positions, so that's great. And for the season, I would give Jalen Moore a C+, and he definitely has room to grow. And it's just about opportunity, I think, with Jalen Moore. We'll see what the 49ers do in free agency. There's a chance that Jalen Moore could start, but we shall see. But I'm looking forward to see what Jalen Moore can bring to this team next season. Next up, we have cornerback Amari Thomas from the University of Michigan. He was drafted in the 3rd round, pick 102. And before the draft, cornerback was definitely a need for this team. We had multiple free agents last year, and there was uncertainty of who we'd bring back. But we definitely needed to address the cornerback position, and we did that with Amari Thomas coming out of Michigan. He started off the season really slow. He didn't really get much snaps on the defensive side of the ball. He was mostly playing special teams. But toward the end of the year, he became one of the better corners on the team opposite of Emmanuel Mosley. Josh Norman had been starting the season, but Josh Norman had been benched in favor of Amari Thomas. And Amari had 5 starts at the end of the season. He had 1 interception, 5 passes defended, and 23 total tackles. And the sky is definitely the limit for Amari. I think he has the potential to be the starting corner opposite of Emmanuel Mosley next year, and we shall see what happens. But I would give Amari Thomas a B- for his rookie season. Next up, we have running back Trey Sermon. He was a 3rd-round pick number 88 overall. And I was definitely surprised that we drafted a running back this high, at the day of the draft. But hey, he was a hell of a running back coming out of Ohio State. But I don't think Trey Sermon made the most out of his opportunities when he was on the field this season. And he didn't really get that many opportunities. He was one of the low men on the running back depth chart. Elijah Mitchell was ahead of him, Jeff Wilson Jr., Jermichael Hasty, and of course, Deebo Samuel was getting carries as well. So, Trey Sermon, he only played 9 games. He had 2 starts. Those were when he was at running back, and that was when Elijah Mitchell was hurt. In those 2 starts, Trey Sermon had 41 carries, 167 yards, 1 touchdown, and he had 3 catches. So, not eye-popping stats. Obviously, he still has a lot of room to grow. Hopefully, we can see an increase in production next season. But for this season, Trey Sermon, he just really wasn't a difference maker, and I would have to give him a D+ for his rookie season. But he's obviously got a lot of room to grow. His book is not complete yet. We're only at the 1st chapter, and I'm looking forward to seeing the 2nd chapter of Trey Sermon and in his sophomore year as an NFL player. Next up, we have Aaron Banks, the big guard out of Notre Dame, round 2, pick 48. We definitely needed to add more talent to the offensive line, and we definitely did that with this pick. But a 2nd-round pick for an offensive lineman, he's supposed to start, right? Right, faithful? Yeah, that's not what happened. Daniel Brunskill was the starting right guard this entire season, and Aaron Banks, I would say he had definitely a disappointing rookie year. I know he got hurt toward the end of training camp, but if you're a 2nd-round pick and you're an offensive lineman, the expectations are for you to start, and that didn't happen. He did play 5 offensive snaps all year in 9 games played. And a majority of his snaps were on special teams. So part of me would want to give Aaron Banks an incomplete, but he just could not beat out the veteran guard in Daniel Brunskill. Daniel Brunskill is very versatile, can play any position along the offensive line, but expectations are really high for Aaron Banks, and for his rookie season, I would have to give him an F. He did not, I don't know if the coaching staff thought he would start, but I think definitely the fans thought he would take over that position, and definitely being a 2nd-round pick. So obviously, for this rookie season, a failing grade, but he can turn it all around next year if he starts. And there's a huge chance that he could start, especially with Lincoln Thomason being a free agent. So, hey, he had a bad rookie year, but his sophomore year, he can turn everything around. So I still have faith in all the players. If they didn't perform well in their rookie year, their book is not written yet. Alrighty, with the 49ers' first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, round 1, pick 3 overall, the 49ers traded up 9 spots to get quarterback Trey Lance. I did not anticipate Trey Lance would start any games his rookie year because we still had Jimmy G on the roster. Now, if we would have traded Jimmy G before the draft, then yeah, I would anticipate Trey Lance would start. But I did not anticipate Trey Lance would start. I thought he would learn behind Jimmy G, and that's basically what happened for the season. Trey Lance did have 2 starts. He did play in 6 games, but he had 2 starts, and that was basically due to Jimmy G being hurt. In those 2 starts, he had a 1-1 record. He threw 41 of 71 passes. He completed about 57% of his passes, 603 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And obviously the first game against Arizona, I don't think that game plan was... I don't think it was a great game plan for Trey Lance. I think it was way too much running. But I think that also attributes to Kyle Shanahan not knowing what Trey Lance could do well, what he was comfortable with. So there's a learning curve there. But there's no doubt the sky is the limit for Trey. I think he can have a better season than Jimmy G has had in a 49er uniform. I think Jimmy G's best season, 27 TDs, 13 interceptions. I think Trey Lance could have something like that, hopefully fewer INTs. But the sky is the limit for Trey. He is the franchise quarterback of the 49ers. Can't wait till next season kicks off. And number 5 will be under center. But as far as his grade for the season, I would give him a B+. I like what I saw. He's very dynamic with the football in his hands. He can do a lot of things. It's just, can Kyle Shanahan develop a game plan to get the best out of Trey Lance? And I'm sure Kyle Shanahan can do that, and I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for watching Jay and the Bay's NFL Draft rookie grades. Any grades you did not agree with, feel free to let me know in them comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Niners.